Today I'm going to discuss about the regulation of kidney function. Kidneys are playing most important job for the detoxification in our body. So how our body is regulating their functions as well. There are three ways to regulate the kidney function. There are These regulations are divided into three. The first, a feedback mechanism. Feedback means taking the feedback, brain is taking the feedback, what's happening in the body. So first one is the feedback mechanism involving the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is a part of our nervous system. Number one. Number two, last day I have discussed JGA, juxtaglomerular apparatus. The second regulatory mechanism is JGA. What happened in JGA, you know well, there are some modified cells in distal convoluted tubule, that is DCT, and afferent arteriole help in the regulation of the kidney function. And the third category, you will be surprised to know that our heart, human heart, is also playing a role in regulating the kidney function. It's only for an extent, not fully. So let's take one by one. First one is feedback mechanism. Students, some special osmoreceptor. The receptor concerned to the presence of ionic concentration in our body, concerned to the changes in fluid in our body. So osmoreceptor are those which senses the change in the volume of the fluid in our body. If the volume is decreasing, if the volume of the fluid is decreasing, these osmoreceptor stimulate the hypothalamus. They tell the hypothalamus to allow the release of a hormone from neurohypophysis. There is a special hormone which released from the neurohypophysis when there is some changes noticed by the osmoreceptor. So the first step senses the change. Next, hormone from neurohypophysis. What is that hormone? That is known as ADH, antidiuretic hormone. This is also known as vasopressin. Vaso means vessel, pressin means press. So vasopressin hormone, antidiuretic hormone. It facilitates, what is the function of ADA? It facilitates the reabsorption of water from distal tubule. Now, distal tubule is reabsorbing more water due to ADH. What will happen then? There will be an increase in the fluid now. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
If ADH is there, continue reabsorption is more, fluid volume is increasing, If the more fluid volume is increased with this water, then these changes are also sensed by these osmoreceptor and feed back to the hypothalamus to stop that hormone. Which hormone? Which
Sir,
hormone?
ADH.
ADH. This is the feedback. Okay, now it's sufficient. Kindly stop this hormone. Hypothalamus ji, please stop. Otherwise, every tit and bit of the fluid will be passed out from the body. कुछ बचेगा ही नहीं. Are you getting me? So this is feedback mechanism, regulatory mechanism of the kidney. Second one, regulation of JGA, or we can say renin-angiotensin mechanism. Renin-angiotensin mechanism. Listen carefully. If there is a fall, means decrease in glomerular blood flow, if there is a decrease, GFR can activate the JG cell, juxtaglomerular cell, to release renin. Last day I have discussed about the renin now. So what is the function of the renin? Renin convert angiotensin. Angiotensin is present in our blood. Angiotensin to angiotensin 1 and further to angiotensin 2. So listen again. If there is an increase in GFR, means rate of filtration, trigger JGA to secrete renin. Renin is secreting. Angiotensin is converting into angiotensin 1. And this angiotensin 1 is converting into angiotensin 2. What is angiotensin? Angiotensin 2 is a powerful vasoconstrictor. Constrict the blood vessel, due to which there is an increase in GFR. There is an increased glomerular pressure and hence GFR. This angiotensin 2 activate adrenal cortex of the kidney. Cortex, adrenal. Adrenal is the gland having two parts, cortex and the medulla. So this angiotensin activate the adrenal cortex, which release then this secrete aldosterone. And what is the function of the aldosterone? It increases the reabsorption of water. Again, reabsorption of water is taking place at the higher rate. Then what will happen? More water will flow out. Is that clear? Aldosterone is helping not only the reabsorption of the water, what also sodium ion. Also helping the reabsorption of the sodium ion. Now the third category, how the kidney is regulating its function. That is how our heart is helping to regulate the kidney function. Suppose this mechanism is also known as the ANF mechanism. ANF. Suppose there is an increase in blood flow in atria. Our heart senses the increase of blood flow in atria. All of a sudden, at that time, when there is an increase in blood flow in atria, ANF released. Atrial natriuretic factor, ANF is released. Atrial natriuretic factor, which causes vasodilation. Now, not vasoconstriction. Now, vasodilation. Vessels are going to be dilate. Okay? It counters the valence. It checks the secretion of renin. Angiotensin mechanism. It stops the angiotensin mechanism. Angiotensin mechanism is making sure the absorption, reabsorption of water. But this ANF mechanism is just counter of that mechanism. So these all are the three ways to regulate the function of the kidney. Is there any question, my student, or this is clear?